What is going on, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here for another NBA Best Bets video. We're going to be breaking down Saturday's NBA action, my favorite bets for the first day of the weekend. As you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment below to let me know whatever it is you think about tonight's slate, whether you love my bets, you hate them, or if you just have any other questions or comments for me, let me know below. I appreciate all the support I get from you guys, and also, hopefully, I believe this is going to be my last day here, so not that I presume anybody really gives a shit or really follows the sagas of my life, but at my house, everybody's been sick. My brother's had COVID, and my parents are on vacation, so for me, it was easy to just say, like, hey, to avoid getting sick, I'm going to go stay at my parents for a few days until everybody gets healthy back at my house, and it seems my brother texted me this morning. He's feeling a lot better, so I'm thinking after I finish work today, I'll be heading back to my house later today. This is the last time you guys will be seeing me, hopefully, in my childhood bedroom, so just that out of the way, we'll recap yesterday's bets, which were the worst betting day that I had of the entire week. I had 3 bets in the video. We ended up going 1 and 2 on those. The bet that won was Lauri Markkanen under 9.5 rebounds. He ended up finishing with 9, so I'm not even sure that was a great bet because it ended up being fairly close. And then the 2 bets I had that lost, one was the Raptors -7. Well, the Jazz ended up winning the game outright, so that was not the best bet in the world. And then the bet I actually had that was my favorite bet of the entire day yesterday, was looking pretty good for most of the game. I had Ja Morant under 7.5 rebounds. He was at 6 with only a few minutes left to go in the game, and the Grizzlies were up by 20 points. I just assumed he wasn't going to come back into the game. I thought we were sailing clean there, and I thought we were on our way to a 2-1 night and would have been slightly profitable. But no, Ja Morant ends up coming in garbage time with the Grizzlies up by like 20 points, pulls down a few rebounds really quick, checks back out. So that was a little bit annoying, and that ended up leading to that bet not hitting. So hopefully today will go a little bit better. As for yesterday, had 3 bets, ended up going 1 and 2 on them. It was the second day of the week that we were not profitable, and it was coming off one of the most profitable days that I had in quite some time on Thursday when we hit on Brian Dable 28-1 to win Coach of the Year. But we bounced back today, and also in addition to my NBA bets, I have some MMA bets. Post those into our premium betting Discord channel if you guys want access to that. Your first week is 50% off when you sign up using the link below. And it's not just myself in there. It's all the other guys on the YouTube channel. We're chopping it up. We're sweating bets, answering your guys' questions. If that is of interest to you, sign up using the link below and you'll get 50% off your first week. But let's talk about the Saturday NBA slate. These are my favorite bets of the day. So my first bet of the day, and this one pains me because this man, one of my favorite players in the NBA, Nikola Jokic. I've bet him to win MVP this year, bet him to win MVP each of the last couple of years. But for today, I have to take the under on his rebounds prop. It is a massive line. His over-under is 14.5 rebounds. And as much as I love Jokic, I don't think he should ever have a rebound prop of 14.5. We even projected for 12 rebounds tonight in our projections. And then also just look at the numbers for Jokic for the year. And yes, I think he is the most valuable player in the NBA. He is a terrific rebounder, but he only averages 11.3 rebounds per game for the entire season. And if you look at some of his recent games, 12 rebounds against the Magic, 12 rebounds against Minnesota, right? These are big rebounding games, but we would need him to get to 15 or more rebounds to hit the over on this prop. And since January 1st, so we're talking about the last month of games for Jokic, he's only had 2 games of 15 or more rebounds. One came against the Hawks, one came against the New Orleans Pelicans. Now the matchup tonight against the Charlotte Hornets is clearly a great one. The Hornets have been one of the worst rebounding teams, one of the worst teams against centers in the NBA this year. But I also think there's a pretty good chance this game becomes a blowout and the Nuggets don't have to play their starters in the later stages of the game. So with all of that being said, I think Nikola Jokic is just much more likely to have 14 or less rebounds than he is to have 15 or more. So I'm starting off my betting with under 14.5 boards for Nikola Jokic. This is your last chance to take advantage of $200 for free, basically, from DraftKings Sportsbook. So if you guys have not taken advantage of this offer yet, here's how it goes. This is the easiest way to make $200. You sign up for DraftKings using the link that we have below, and then after signing up with that link, you place a $5 bet on anything. Put it on Jokic, or you can put it on any money line, any spread, any total you want for today. The first bet that I said, Nikola Jokic under 14.5 rebounds, it is available on DraftKings Sportsbook. And regardless of whether that bet wins or loses, it pays out $200. But like I said, this is your last chance to sign up for it because this offer does end with the Super Bowl. So this is the last video that I'm going to have DraftKings as the sponsor with this deal. If you guys don't take advantage of it now, it is going to go away. So this is the best deal that I think I've seen DraftKings offer in quite some time. If you haven't taken advantage of it yet, click on the link below to sign up and then place $5 on anything, $200, regardless whether that bet ends up winning or losing. If you or anybody that you know has a gambling problem, call or text the number 1-800-GAMBLER. So my next bet, it's coming from our projections over at NBA Bet Pro, one of our favorite prop bets of the day. Walker Kessler over 1.5 blocks. We actually have them projected for 2.5 blocks. So this bet winning north of 60% of the time per our simulations. And when it comes to Walker Kessler, dude just straight up been a monster this year. He's already one of the best defensive players in the NBA. You could make a case that right now he's better than Rudy Gobert, and he got traded for Gobert along with a boatload of draft picks. So as of right now, it's certainly looking like the Jazz got the far better end of that deal. And just look at the numbers for Walker Kessler this year. It's not just that he's averaging 2 blocks per game. Since moving into the starting lineup, he is averaging 2.3 blocks per game and has progressively gotten better as the year has gone on, which is not a shock. He's a rookie. This is the time that we see the most development in players. First, second year in the NBA, as they start to get more experience, they're going to get better. Walker Kessler over the last month is averaging 2.6 blocks per game. Over the last 2 weeks, Walker Kessler is averaging 3.2 blocks per game. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me that given this success, that his block prop would only be 1.5. I think we've seen him pretty established as a guy that averages right around 2.5 blocks per game. And moving forward, I think that should be the block line for Walker Kessler. I think he should be a guy that night in, night out has an over-under of 2.5 blocks. But for now, the books have not quite caught up. The line is 1.5, and I like the over. Now, my final bet of the day, I've got over 10.5 rebounds for Clint Capela, and starting to look like his minutes are trending back up. He still splits some center time with Onyeka Okongwu, but the bulk of the minutes have gone to Clint Capela as of late. In last game, well, it looks like he only played 25 minutes, well, because he did only play 25 minutes. Keep in mind that he got into foul trouble, and even in that somewhat limited minutes, he was able to pull down 17 rebounds, and this is a guy who overall for the year has been a terrific rebounder. Clint Capela for the season, 11.5 rebounds per game he's averaging. Over the last couple of weeks, he's averaging 12.4 rebounds. And also, if you look at his last handful of games, he has pulled down 11 or more rebounds in 3 out of his last 4 games. And then also going all the way back to January 21st, he has actually hit the over on this rebound prop in all but 3 games. So 7 out of the last 10 games for Clint Capela, he has pulled down 11 or more rebounds. And he's got a really strong matchup today as well. So we've got Clint Capela is going up against the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs are playing on the tail end of a back-to-back. They traded away Jakob Poeltl at the trade deadline, who was clearly the best center on their team yesterday. Then with just a whole hodgepodge of guys. They had Zach Collins start, and also the game went to double overtime. So I think fatigue could certainly be an issue for the Spurs tonight. But their centers right now, they went with a combination of Zach Collins, Isaiah Roby, and Gorgui Dieng in last night's game. That's just not good enough to get it done at the NBA level. Big advantage in the rebounding department for Clint Capela tonight, and I like him for over 10.5 rebounds. So recapping tonight's bets, I've got 3 of them. We've got Nikola Jokic under 14.5 rebounds, Walker Kessler over 1.5 blocks, and then Clint Capela for over 10.5 rebounds. All 3 of those bets, ones that I think provide pretty good value, but I'd be curious to know in the comment section what you guys think about these bets. And also, don't forget, if you want any more projections from us, you get access to NBA Bet Pro for free for 1 week using the link that we have below in the comment section. Using that link, 1 week for free. So if you check it out and you like it, stick around. And by the way, I do think it's something that it's proven to be profitable over the course of the season. And I do think it's something that if you stick with it, it's just going to end up paying for itself in the long run. I think it's a really, really valuable resource. And once again, free for 1 week. So try it out. But if you guys haven't done yet, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Good luck, enjoy the Super Bowl, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.